Hello basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you can become a better point guard or just a better guard in general in basketball. So, first off, as a guard, you're going to need to know how to dribble the ball. So, number one, use your fingertips. Don't use your palm when you're dribbling. You're not going to have any control at all. So use those fingertips and keep your head up so that you can get that ball down court as fast as you can, and that way you're able to get more assists. That's the idea behind a point guard. It's not to score. Scoring is nice. If you have an open lane, take it, but your main objective as a point guard is the leader of the court. So kind of like a quarterback in football, you want to get assists. You want to get those big long passes down court, and you want to create shots for your teammates. So if you have an open lane, take it, because if you have an open lane, most likely you're going to have a help defender come over. That way you can get yourself an open assist or an assist to a player who may be open for a three-point shot. Personally, I would rather have a point guard get an assist to a three-point shooter than try to score on a 6'7", 6'5", whoever, taller guy in the low post and throw up a circus shot. That's just myself personally. However, for going from there, being a point guard, you need to know how to dribble really, really well. So, 2-ball dribbling drills. If you want to get yourself even better at ball handling, what you can do, instead of just having a regular 2-ball dribbling drill, you can get a heavy basketball like this one, which is 2 to 3 times the weight, depending on the ball that you get, than the regular basketball. So that when you're dribbling, your brain is really working harder to know, hey, this ball, first off, I need to bounce it harder, but also I'm going to need to keep track in the fact that this doesn't bounce the same as a regular basketball. So definitely get yourself one of those. They're like $20. And then from there, hopefully that stays over there, you're going to become a lot better of a ball handler. When it comes to exercises, you're going to want to do a lot of agility drills. That way you can be faster than your defender. Now, from there, to be faster than your defender, if you're very close to the same speed, is to get your shoulders lower than theirs. So when you drive, you can get lower than them, and by being lower, you're going to be able to explode faster than they can. If they're playing defense on you like this, and you're a lot lower and faster, you're going to be a lot more successful in driving on that player. Another thing too is to keep track and to look at the heels of your defender. So a lot of coaches say, look at their mid-range or midline. 100%, look at that. But something else to keep in the back of your head is if your player is defending you and they're back on their heels, they're not up on their toes, that means that they're not taking you seriously. When you're down on your heels as a defender, you're much slower than if you are on your toes. So if you're an offensive player, if you're a point guard right now and you're on offense, you got the ball, then keep track of their heels. If they're down on the heels, drive on them. You'll beat them every single time. Now, on the flip side, if you're a defender and you're defending a point guard, make sure to stay on your toes and get low. Get low and strong and be able to explode off of your toes, because that way you're going to be able to keep up with him a lot easier, cut off his driving lane, and that way you can become a better defender as a point guard as well. Now myself, if you don't already know my backstory, if you haven't seen my other videos, when I went down to the States to the Erie Bayhawks for the NBA Development League, it was a training camp that I took part in before an injury. I was a guard. I was what was called a swing guard. I played point guard and shooting guard depending on who else was on the court with me. So if you're just playing point guard and you're focused on just being a point guard, that's a mistake. You might become taller, you might become a bit slower than another player on the court if you try out for another team, and they might slot you down to a small forward or down to a guard or down to a shooting guard. And at that point, you're going to need to know how to move without the ball. No matter what, you're going to need to learn how to move without the ball, which means that as soon as you pass that ball, you need to go screen for somebody, you need to go cut towards the rim, whatever it may be. And then from there, you're also going to need to learn how to shoot. This isn't just something that's what's done for shooting guards or for small forwards. You're going to need to know how to shoot, because as a point guard, I'm going to tell you something right now. If I'm coming up as a point guard and I'm calling a play, whatever the play may be, it may be horns, it may be 3, 2, whatever, it doesn't matter. If I'm coming up and my defender knows I can't shoot the ball, what's he gonna do? He's gonna be sitting back saying, I'm gonna cut off your passing lanes, I'm gonna dare you to shoot. So if you know how to shoot and you're able to consistently hit that shot, then he's going to be not being able to cut off your passing lanes, he's going to have to guard you. And from that point, you're going to be able to pass a lot easier, but also because now he's defending you, especially if he's slower than you, you can drive right by him. Meanwhile, if he wasn't defending you and you couldn't shoot, there's not much you can do. You can go and maybe do a dribble handoff with somebody, whatever it may be, but you've just basically taken away, or he's taken away from you, any advantage that you had. So make sure you know how to shoot. Take at least 50 to 100 shots a day from each spot on the court if you really want to be in the NBA, if you really want to play professionally somewhere in the world. So, quick workouts that you can do. Of course, there's a ton on my channel, but if you really want to become a better point guard, foot speed drills are very important. Lower body exercises are extremely important. I've got a workout on here somewhere for guards. Go check that out. I'm going to try and remember to link these all below. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I hope that this video has helped you become a better point guard in basketball.